Okay, what is your grievance?
I just want to know why you hate single mothers so much.
And what makes you think I hate single mothers?
The way you talk about everyone on your channel.
Okay, and what have you heard? What am I talking about?
You just make single mothers sound like complete scum.
Did you listen to the first 15 minutes of the video?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh my. Megan, I'm not going to repeat it because I already covered it for the rest of the audience. I said in the chat to go back and watch the beginning and you'll understand it. There's no hate. Like, what is the grievance here exactly?
On your other videos that you talk about single moms, you talk about them like they're complete trash. And I'm not a single mother, but I think it's really offensive.
Okay, so what's your position? So why are you actually offended by that if you're not a single mother?
I'm offended because my mom raised me as a single mother.
Okay,
and I don't think you should be talking trash about women who are working hard with what they have.
Okay, so what's the trash? Explain the trash part to me.
Some of the other things you say in other videos, you
Like
just
what?
make women sound horrible. Like men are so much better than women. Women are just about fucking you guys.
Can you be specific?
I am being specific. I want to know why you have such a anger and hatred in your heart towards single mothers.
There's no anger, there's no hatred.
That's not what it comes up with when you watch your videos.
John?
I have zero anger or hatred or dislike for the single mothers that I've dated at all. Even the one that was like kind of crazy and like stood me up and didn't like that I was a good father.
I find
I don't have no problem with them at all, but they're not compatible for me to date. It's not a good option for me to spend time with and put resources into at all. It hasn't worked out, and I don't see a positive situation for me personally.
So let's ask this question for clarity. So what do you think this hate is?
Well, I obviously think you've been hurt by women, and I know you like to laugh about that, but it's not nice
I was hurt by the government.
What?
I was hurt by the government.
Well, I'm sure you were, and you guys can have your own opinion on women, but some women are trying their hardest. You know, some men aren't that great to them.
So why are you so offended? Like, I'm confused, because if I say something like, well, you're far better off dating a woman without children than a woman with children, why is that deemed as hatred by you?
It's not hatred, but some of the things you guys say on not you guys, just Richard.
Okay.
Some things that you say are very offensive towards women. Like, you obviously think that men are so much better.
What is offensive?
Well, I've watched a bunch of your videos. I can't remember everything off the top of my head. I just don't get why.
What are you offended by, Megan? That's what I'm asking you. What is it that you're offended by?
Why are you telling men not to date women that have children?
Because women without children are better.
That's not true.
Why is it not true?
What makes them better than women that don't have children?
I mean, how many single mothers have you dated?
I dated single dads before I got married, and you know what? Single dads aren't all they're cracked up to be either.
Okay, so a woman without kids doesn't bring the level of complexity to a man's life that a woman with kids brings. You understand that, right?
Sort of, but I just find it offensive the way you talk about mothers.
Well, you're only offended because it's true. People don't get offended if it's a lie.
I don't find it necessarily true. I had a deadbeat father. That you don't go around raw dogging women and making children.
I mean, I'm sorry. Women need to have accountability for who they choose to have sex with.
Yes, that's
why is it always a guy's fault? I mean, I'm sorry, but like, unless she was raped, like, women are in control of who puts their penis in them, and they have options of like 30 to 40 different types of birth control. I'm sorry, but like that's ridiculous. Okay, like, I'm sorry, that's one of the biggest problems with single mothers is there's no accountability.
What do you think?
You chose to have sex with an undesirable male that wasn't going to be around and got pregnant by them, and you have 30 to 40 different options of birth control.
Yeah, but how do you know that a guy's not going to be around?
I date you, and then we get married someday. Like I'm financially responsible for your children now, also because of a mistake you made.